I can trade CJ. I can trade both of the supports. You know, like I
At
can
least you
take
can get
Landon
them.
for week
Yeah.
one for their double week matchup where he's probably going to get like good stats. He's not going to be on Wu Yang. I'm taking 0 Wu Yang players if I do that though. Like CJ plus Kellex. That's I mean CJ plus Landon. That's two people that don't have Wu Yang.
Hmm.
Um, and I really don't know how the Wu Yang stats look. Like there's just no statistical base for it. So does anybody have any scoreboards like scrim scoreboards? I want to see what the scoreboard looks like at the end of games.
Didn't Chrissy send one the other day? Said it wasn't that
Did
hot.
he? I don't remember. But yeah, I want to see the actual scoreboards. I want to see the numbers. Let me
Because
look.
yeah, if you're because that's for the same thing as last time, right? Where it became very distinct of like actually main supports, even if they feel quite well priced, are kind of wank. You'd actually almost be
Yeah,
better off with a cheap flex support than a better main support. But is that true with Wu Yang?
yeah. I just don't believe that that's true with Wu Yang. I feel like that's not the case with this character. Because like Lucio wasn't a good stack character for the most part, unless you were unless you had like a
Oh,
real hater of standing and pressing E.
here's one for you. Unrelated. CC are
Go
playing
on.
Rock right now in China.
Yeah. Oh, are you telling me that I'm gonna watch China?
Well, I'm saying, I mean, it sounds like a better game than T1 Old
Is there a
Ocean.
link?
Where is it? Is it on? What's it called? Pro Chaser.
Yeah. So neat coded. I think I'll like flicker on and off with that stream, like during the breaks and stuff. I'm happy to do that. But I've got homosexual in the chat dropping Old Ocean _ go
Oh
channel emotes.
no.
So like, I will watch the Cold Ocean game out of respect.
Yeah.
You have to stick to your principles and not watch China.
Billy. Yeah, Billy is so dodgy for me. Like, last time we went on Billy, it actually shut down my stream. Unironically. So there's an element of hesitation on my part.
Mate, who's the other support? Who's the other support that I want? It's these damn VP supports, I think. Like, it's like gotta be Fixer, dude. Like, Fixer's so high value, I think. Cycling his wave gives him tons of stats. Landon doesn't play the Wu Yang though. Like surely Fixer will be the Wu Yang. Surely. We still on this? We're between games, so we're just waiting. Do you want to play words instead?
I don't know if Max, you know when you would hear me and Chrissy would start talking about like fantasy football, and you'd be like, "These fucking guys, what are they talking
That's
about?
what my
They're just
viewers
going on
feel
for
like.
it."
Yeah.
This is actually the other side of it, right? But you can see it's just such an engaging theory craft, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. Can you review the community rosters already, please? Just because you use the monkey wearing the hat, I'll do that, Chugga.
All right, I'm gonna go get a drink anyway. So hold on, I'm responding to you now, Juby.
Andres says thoughts on Hawk, Lenny, Nevermind, Landon, Zarian. God can't save you, mate. Who do you think is playing Hu Yang for Nightmare?
Oh wait, I'll ask Tom.
Probably old mate. The main support guy, the cheap main support. Nenwai. Nails guy.
Right back.
이제 헤이저 선수는 작년부터 많이 봤는데 열심히 하면 더 잘 될 것 같습니다.
Just need to see some stats comparisons to really min-max this. It's the only way. Landon or Kellex on a stats matchup. I think Landon very consistently gets better stats than Kellex. I think Kellex is probably the most likely player on that team to be getting caught out, and he's on a new character. I think it makes more sense to have Landon than it does to have Kellex, in all honesty. I have 3 points in reserve. I can afford Landon with my current approach. I think I should take Landon and have no Wu Yang players, and then just trade into 2 Wu Yang players after week 1. Who's the Wu Yang for Vision? Is it Sile? I don't know. Then I can use my 2 trades to get 2 stat farming Wu Yang players that pre-position me for the future. I can literally I can get like double 1 player from VP and Vega, saves me making support trades in the future. Then in the following week, I can trade my DPS out, and with the DPS out trades, I can get VP DPS players and make huge profit. So I think I'm doing that. I think that's the play. Goodbye, Kelix. Hello, Landon. Add to roster. Rhino, Checkers, Scissors, CJ, Landon. Week 1 trades are Landon and CJ out, Fixer and Vega in. Week 2 trades are Checkmate and Scissors out, VP DPS line in. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can only do one of those two. There's a problem. Can't have both of the VP DPS line. Can take one VP player and I can keep Checkmate. Because Checkmate will earn all season long. I don't need to use both transfers every week. Could you not get Lep instead of CJ? I could, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Taking a gamble on both Rhino and Scissors to get playtime though. Well, the thing is, Cammy Bear is I'm Australian, and Australians have the highest rate of gambling per capita in the entire world. So it's actually in my blood to gamble. So taking a gamble on 2 players is honestly conservative on my end compared to the national average. Wait, do we actually? Yeah, Australians have the highest rate of gambling per capita in the world. We are the nation of punters. Like, it's actually messed up how addicted our country is to gambling. It's a serious epidemic. I'm gonna put this on autopilot and make myself a cup of joe because I've actually just spent so long locked in on the yeah, I've spent so long locked in on the fantasy rosters that I've forgotten to eat. I've forgotten to drink. Issues. Why is nobody guessing? You people are struggling right now. Oh, this is like the hard round. Oh, you're guessing. I just can't hear it because I unplugged the headphones. I'm so dumb.
I'm back. I was still at CC 100 Rock, first round. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the best way to watch it. I know Tom has it up, but I'm actually petrified of Billy. Maybe I'll borrow a favor from Tom.
They're 1 fight away, and there's a.
Got game over. All right, go again. Just checking the. Yeah, they're still not in game. They're still so fine. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it pushing, everybody.
I'll full screen Tommy out of respect. Imported Flora to play Tracer. Yeah, the problem is, I don't know if you remember last time, Juby, but do you remember when I had Billy and it's just, it just crashed for stream. It, like, lagged it out super hard. I remember last time, Straight Error set me up like a... Maybe I can do that again. I just need to remember how to do it. Straight Error set me up like a... I don't know what it's called. I'm not technically minded enough.
Are we looking?
Like a command
in
prompt
game yet?
thing.
Still not in game.
No, I still hear background music.
I can continue. Keep wording it up.
Really possible I need new internet? The VLC media player? Yeah, but the way that works is it's like a command prompt that reads from Billy, and for whatever reason that worked better than the actual site did.
I've got this incredible new method of hydration where instead of having a jug of water, I'm filling every glass that I have in my pantry with water.
Probably Ondra, but I think it would. I don't know. Like Nenwai's got a tough double. I think
I might be stupid.
You don't want Nenwai.
Hello.
Hey, hey.
How we doing?
Yeah, I'm just checking out the CC versus Rock, courtesy of Tomathan.
I made changes.
Again
to my roster. I picked up Landon. I dropped Kellex for Landon. I've decided.
Yeah, I think that's
Landon
when
is
you got the money.
Landon is such a consistent. Yeah, Landon has such a consistently high earn rate compared to Kellex. Kellex has like a few like anomalously high ones, but like I just can't put it all on a 26-year-old man when he has a hard matchup that week. You know,
I think it's also true that the way if it's just going to be a lot of this double flex also in EMEA, then
yeah.
Actually, the way Landon's going to play is probably, you know, like we see Lee Soo-min. I know it was against Mer Gaming, but he's actually going off, you know? He's just able to flank and dink constantly, and his ability to get kills and be involved is really high.
What about Violet? He's only 20 and he has a double. I think it's a potential double, lost double, so it's not worth the risk.
It's a rough double, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to take people that are going to get roughed up in their doubles unless they're really cheap. Like, look at Scissors. He could go 1-for-1, but if he goes 1-for-1, that means that Rhino paid off in at least one of his. If Scissors goes 1-for-1, like one of Scissors or Rhino must go 1-for-1 in these doubles that I have here, right? Because they play each other. But they're both so comically cheap that they're worth having for the investment of padding my roster down the line. Like those players' values, if they get playtime, they're going to go up in value. And if they go up in value, then I've won. For the long term.
I think you could actually, it could be a have your cake and eat it too, where Rhino and Rhino and Scissors could both score well individually.
Yeah, because they're playing the roles where you score well.
Yeah,
like...
so you know what I said, like actually if you just had Rocket and Sugar Free, you'd score really well because they're both just for Tracer players. They'll both actually get good scores regardless of what the actual result is. In many ways, what you actually want out of that game is it just to go 3-2, just so they get more maps to score well in.
Yeah. And I mean, wait, how do I pause this game? Does pressing this pause it? I assume this pauses it. It doesn't pause it. That's insane. Is my coffee up? I'm not going to be able to hear the coffee come up with the in. It's so deadly. You still checking out the China game? Is it like actually on?
CC have won first map.
Yes! Wait, so Flora's losing?
Yeah.
Cried.
Yeah, it was cried. When I did the Ziad interview, Ziad asked me, because the translator was coming to the call. I didn't know who the translator was, and then he asked me, who do you think is going to win CC or Rock this weekend? And I was like, yeah, Rock always lose to CC. CC are going to smash them. And then who is translating for us? Rock manager Lotsa.
Like Flora's playing Tracer. I guess it is a no-hit game meta, so it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to check my coffee for fear that it came up.
Oh, music. Hawk, Scissors, Kevster, Kellex, FD God. Oh, FD God feels like the scary one in all of that. Also, instead of Kellex, could you go... It depends how much you value the double versus the... So I feel like Garlic is a good pick as well. Oh, yeah, you're right. Peps have the easy game, don't they? So maybe it's alright. I guess the big question for me is always, how do you pivot these things? How do you pivot? But anyway, that's enough fantasy talk for now. Back to reality. Old Ocean versus T1. Gonna be a Roadhog ban from T1. Old Ocean with the Kiriko ban. Donghack gonna be on the ball. Anna, Wu Yang from both teams here. But we're seeing a little bit of a change. Old Ocean have Jaehong on the Wu Yang. Kiviz on the Anna. Tracer Genji ball all round. Viper in for T1 as well. Early slam comes through from Donghack. A little bit of pressure. Pinned into the corner a bit already, Old Ocean. You can see Heiservo aggressive, and it's a nade actually connects onto Vigi. Becky's able to finish off that one, so a big opening pick. The Old Ocean backline is tucked away safely in this corner. Now they're going to push back out, but Halls are going to bump into each other. But an opening pick for Old Ocean to come through.
Oh, we're watching the Overwatch, I see.
Are you,
numbers?
you okay?
Sorry, man. I just sat down. I had the headphones off, so I didn't know we were in
Just
it.
like he was just whispering.
9, 10, 11.
Just works. High's
yeah,
got
just
a pick.
works.
Another opening pick for Old Ocean, but they haven't actually managed to leverage point off of this. Old Ocean now trying to walk forward. A little bit more space for Kivvies to branch out. Slam comes through. Anti-nade only onto Donkhack. It will clear him, though. Highs are trying to clear that point as well. Group up with Kivvies. Charge for last bit of this Nano as well. Quicker ults. Pulse bomb out from Zest finds nothing. Nano is ready to go, though, if Kivvies can find the connection. They've lost Becky, though, so I'm not sure who the Nano target's going to be. Chance for Dart as well. He's looking for him. He drops him, but it's just on a point. Defensive Tidal Blast from Skewed comes out. Dart can't find anything with this Nano. Just a single trade.
Oh, rough day for Dart Heads as that gets absolutely nothing with the Nano combo. Now Ru Hong, he's the next man in position to carry. He can potentially pop that Tidal Blast, throw it out onto Becky, open up a kill. But ultimately, here we go. Becky's actually received it. He blinks over towards Vigilante. Vigi whiffs asleep. He gets stunned up. Heiser finishes the kill. One-man advantage for Cold Ocean. Dark pops the minefield. Skewed is being zoned out of the fight, though, and Dart Heads, they rise up. Dark's even been slept up over on the coast. On the fadeaway, he does not find the kill onto Heiser from the looks of it. He will not escape either. We've actually seen an Old Ocean fight win.
But yeah, they've got a lot of opening picks in this Old Ocean. It's a shame that all these opening picks have led to a 69% deficit. Now a lot of pressure coming out on Hong. Has to drop the wave. Pocket coming through from Kivvies. Just keep him alive. Old Ocean with both DPS salts and a minefield to throw into this. T1, though, they do have that Nano. There is the blade. Anti-nade comes through from Vigi. That forces Dart to go backwards with that. Nano now onto Viper. He has the blade. He takes down Dart immediately. There's no more opponents for now. And there's a minefield on point just to try and buy time from Heiser, but they've lost both DPS. And this minefield, they can just ignore it. Doghack's already on the back line. Thank you, Italian Music, for the 7 months prime. And that is an easy retake for T1.
Absolute shambles for Old Ocean there. That blade push, it looked so good, but Vigilante, he slips away. He picks up the mini and he's totally fine. Just needed one more player from Old Ocean getting the pinch or maybe pulling T1 in a little bit more. They pulled the trigger too early and they completely waste their minefield as well. Just throwing that down on the objective. Dark easily counter-slammed that one out even if the fight didn't go T1's way regardless. Kivvy has a nano boost yet again. And I mean, look, if Kivvies can throw this out onto Dart, maybe he can give some grief over to Viper. He will give some grief to Viper. In fact, he's going to run him down. So Viper, no opportunity to pull the blade. Dart trying to melee at every possible opportunity to get that passive online. He's got that tier 1 perk. Sleep goes wide for Kivvies, though. One player advantage for Old Ocean. Bit of a cooldown advantage too, as Dark rolls out and he's just being absolutely worked in the neutral by Kivvies. So back again for Cold Ocean. I mean, I can feel the chill in the air, Xavier.
Yeah, the temperature's certainly dropping as T1 are going to be forced back into the choke. And Old Ocean now, Pulse Bomb. Tidal Blast nearly online, can send that one on to Becky, who feels like Old Ocean have been able to connect quite often with this backline of T1, relying on Vigi to outplay these at a few crucial times. Skewed also has his Tidal Blast. He maybe has more of a decision over aggressive or defensive in these situations. Going to be on to Zestfo, so it's aggressive. Sleep goes wide. Donkhack is behind. Nowhere to go for Kiv is crushed by that Tidal Blast. Donkhack is low HP, but now Hong, he has no other support to heal him through this, so he's just going to get tag teamed. Zest and Donkhack take down 2. Meanwhile, Vigi and Skewed fighting for their own life in the back, but they're living.
With the backline surviving, with Minefield on point and Viper chasing into spawn to clean up these final kills. Nano as well. It's starting to look like Old Ocean. They're really going to need a miracle for this final touch. Do they even have anybody that can get it? Heiser, he was there, but not quite. So that's going to be Old Ocean losing this first round, but putting up a pretty respectable fight in the process.
Yeah, doesn't look too bad actually, does it? Especially considering this is the type of comp. You look at T1 and it is kind of really everyone on their best hero. Maybe you make a bit of an argument there, you know, skewed on Wu Yang, but everyone on really good heroes for themselves. And Old Ocean going fairly blow for blow in this opening map. Ultimately comes down to a few key differences. Some of it in that point management in those early fights, but also this survivability. We saw Kivvies get away with a couple of them, but in this final fight, it was Vigi and Skewed. There was the blade that Vigi survived, and there was that engage in the last fight that Vigi and Skewed survived. So, as often happens in a lot of these dive matchups, even though we're seeing different heroes, the backline survivability, or their ability to live in these difficult situations, is the difference maker.
You think Anna Wu Yang will be good in EMEA? Because if they're playing Anna Wu Yang, my Landon theory is actually cooked. Where there's no way they're going to be playing Anna, right?
He's going to be Kiriko, don't you
Yeah,
worry.
it's got to be. But Simple's got an Anna on him, right? He's Korean after all, so there's a chance. I'm scared, Xavier. I'm scared for my fantasy roster. Dark rolling in. He actually slams off the top ropes. He's hammed up Ru Jae-hong already, but the peel should be totally fine here. And Dart, again, has gotten the best of poor little Viper. This is what happens when you sub in Viper in a double flex meta. He has one bad match, and we're going to be watching Proud play Genji for the rest of the stage.
The mental collapse is on the horizon here, as Old Ocean going to try and get this first point force off that opening pick. But Zest is stalling it out, hard to flip. Lots of heroes that can juggle that touch. Donghak is quite aggressive with the backline here. He's taking a lot of damage and has to be forced back. Shields popped. They don't actually get the flip off this, though, Old Ocean. So again, an opening pick doesn't convert into a flip, and now Viper's back from the dead. Revenge and an opening pick now for T1. They're flooding forward. Defensive cooldowns forced out. Donghak's going for more, but not for HP to follow that up. But they do have control of point.
Already got the cap. Dart again with a kill onto Zest, though. Apparently Dart, he was just waiting in the wings for a Genji meta, and now he's really prepared to come online. One player advantage for Old Ocean. They need to start getting bodies towards the point or clean up some more kills. Otherwise, it's going to be a quick recontest from T1. Zest, he's already hooning back into the fight. Start touching the point, Cold Ocean. Nanoboost comes out onto Dart yet again. He kills Viper again. Oh my days, he sleeps! Vigilante, he's on top of Skewed. Dart is doing it all right now. You know, 1 year ago, being a Dart head was a joke. Being a Dart meant that you were supporting Vesta Esports Club as they pissed away every possible win condition. Now being a Dart head, it's a real badge of honor. You've got Ru Jae-hong, 34-year-old fossil, playing a DLC hero, and you've got Dart chopping it up. Insane performance from the young man.
Double support ult now available for T1 as they come back. Jae-hong, though, does have this Tidal Blast thrown onto Becky. You can see Jae-hong's up there. Tidal Blast will be exchanged. Both Tracers looking for their value. Vigilante can't land for sleep. It's a stop and stick from Becky. Support trades all round, actually. There's now no supports on the board. A 3v3. Dark gets the better of Viper, though. Zest is deep behind enemy lines, but these trades are going to favour the team who have control of point already, which is Old Ocean.
Old Ocean, this is a great fight for them. Ru Jae-hong picking the Juno in spawn just to get 2 shifts. That's that old age experience that you can't possibly teach a youngster. Zest chasing deep, trying to catch Dart. He had the overshields from Dark, but he's going for a Thoughts and Prayers pulse bomb. Gets absolutely nothing done with it. Dart is incredibly low, though. He needed a pocket, and Viper's going to get his revenge. Dive onto Skewed, but Skewed is going to be kept alive by his Guardian Wave and a bit of pocket from Vigilante. Minefield's out on the point for Heiser. I think Donghak also threw down the mine, so it's just a whole lot of mines needing to be swept. No way! Zest has walked into a magnetic mine from Heiser. Try and tell me that the double flex DPS lineup for T1 is competitive with Spint and Heesang now. Come on now. Unfortunately, Nano will come out onto Viper and they will clean up, but get real. Get real, Zest.
T1 bailing Zest out of that blunder, and Heiser's just now dying on point. Gets a decent amount of stall, to be honest. They will clear him up eventually, but that's going to be over 80%.
Blades available for both sides here. I mean, really, the fact that Zest gets to win that fight after walking into a mine, come on. T1 needs Stalker yesterday. They need 2 Stalkers, mind you, because Viper and Zest both clearly cannot cut the mustard. Anyhow, Viper holding the left-hand side. He's got Anna to pocket him from behind. Difference maker, though, Vigilante, 23% to a Nano Burst. Kivi's, 91%. Nano Blade for Old Ocean could be absolutely massive. Even a dry Nano on the ball of the Genji could make all the difference here. Viper, he's slithering in, looking for his blade angle. He blades the backline, and Kivi's actually going to go down without being able to get that Nano off. Old Ocean, they might just want to take the reset here. Back it up, stop getting traded, and go for one last fight with an ult advantage.
Yeah, weren't able to trade Viper in there as well, so a very clean and efficient fight. Old Ocean going to have to rely on this, but it's given Skewed time to get this Tidal Blast up, which means he can throw it the way of Zest, and could just be a big backline trade situation. Donghak for the early slam on the rotation, onto the Anna again. Kiviz can't connect for sleep. Now the Nano comes out onto Dart. He's trying to chase down Viper, but he's struggling with it, actually. Viper manages to dash away. Dart is on for chase, 1 HP. Dart does confirm the kill, but he's very separated from his team. Now Tidal Blast is out on Skewed just to live, though. Trying to protect himself, not to live. No, he's killed Becky with it. Now, coming out, has the Pulse Bomb, Minefield ready to go. Dart is regrouping with the team, Blade in hand. Minefield from Donghak between them and the point. Big Minefield doesn't get the trigger on it though, he's low. Deflect on the sleeve from Dart. He's all over the backline. Vigilante's been taken down. He's so low though. Zest can trade for kill. The Old Ocean have got the flip out of this, and Heiser still has the Minefield. He drops it on board now, but Zest has killed Dart. They can still fight for this Old Ocean. It's all going to come down to this. Both teams stalling out on point. Heiser's Minefield going to expire, but Jaehong, the Fossil, he's done it. Zest has been taken down. An opening pick for him. Vigi nearly has the nano, so they're not done yet, Max.
Oh my days, Ru Jaehong up in the back. Vigilante's coming back with the nano boost, but he did die late. He's not going to be here yet. Slam out on the point for Heiser. You can see Viper receives the nano boost. He's ready to go deep. He can't find anybody to chase though. He's booped in a little bit. The flip is about to go back the way. It goes back the way of T1. No targets yet. Sleep on Viper, but he's woken up. Manual hack comes out, but he slips over the wall. Still, Old Ocean need to touch the point. Kivi's at 80% to another nano boost. He's reloading in the corner. He's looking for a target. He needs to be so careful though. The pinch could come at any second now. 85% and counting. Guardian wave to keep him alive, but he's knocked over it. Sleep comes out. He misses. He anti-nates. He's dead at 95%. Viper's low. Donghak is lower still. Donghak goes down. It's a trade. The point, they need to keep touching. It's so incredibly close. Becky has pulse. He's on the point, but he can't get off it. He recalls. He gets back on. He's got one more chance. He wants this pulse. Tidal blast onto him. The Fossil does it again. He goes backline. He catches Skewed. It's a 1-2 buckle my shoe maneuver. Skewed will go down. He self-casted the blast there, but he will not survive regardless as he goes face checking the Tracer. It's looking like Old Ocean might just be able to do this. Kivis is back with the nano boost, Sav.
Nano comes out onto Becky. The Heiser with a Minefield on point. Donghak needs 6%, but he catches a mine on the way down, and Becky can finish for kill. Zest has to go for the touch, but he's only interested in his KD. And Old Ocean tie us up.
Unbelievable plays from both sides. Kivi's really showing that he is next up in the flex support role, getting so much done on the Ana, hitting crucial sleeps all round long. Even Becky on the Tracer. He goes in, chases down Skewed. He hits the stun. He pulses because he doesn't have ammo in the clip. Skewed self-casts the Tidal Blast, survives the bomb, but then runs back into Becky's face and kills himself, perhaps not anticipating the result. Oh my days. Every time Becky hits a Tidal Blast on a backliner, he's blowing his load a bit early and needs to follow up with a pulse, though.
I mean, it's fun, though, isn't it? The old stomp and stick. It looks good.
Stomp and stick. Insane.
Okay, more of the same. Ana, Wu Yang, Bull, Tracer, Genji, all around. Both teams going to vie for this mega control. Donghak has it for now, but they're setting up around him as Vigi and Kivis are going to trade shots from across the map. Slow, pokey fight where both Bulls and Tracers now vying a little bit for point.
Already fighting for point space right now, but nobody's going to get pressured in too deep. You've got to be careful, Mr. Fossil. You're very close to the enemy's DPS line. Heiser's taking a beating, but the heals are so good with this comp. Kiri, Wu Yang, Ana, Wu Yang, just all the healing in the world available. Wu Yang has really unlocked high sustained compositions for dive players. Donghak now counter-slamming Heiser, but actually misses it. The Guardian Wave knocks him up a little bit, causes him to dodge the slam. Dart catches Skewed as well, and the DPS line for Old Ocean, they've actually just chopped through T1. It's a 5v3. This is going to guarantee Old Ocean that first cap.
You saw there Donghak try and make the decision. He was looking for backline. The backline takes a bit of a step back, so he tries to counter slam Heiser instead. But during all of that, it's Dart who gets aggressive. He's the one who finds the pick. And now we see Jaehong actually leaning over to point side with this and more in a position to support Dart. Zest and Viper trying to get in a position to overload that now, but Becky can stall it out for a while. We're nearly getting to this first Tidal Blast from Jaehong as well.
All right, you can see Jaehong closing in on it, but Donghak is losing his turn early on. He's being chased by Becky, but because Becky blinks into a wall once, he misses the massive damage. Nanoboost comes out onto Viper, though. He's on the backline, but you can see these backliners are really kiting it out. Skewed trying to play life, but Zest has caught Kivis and Ru Jaehong. Skewed is down, though, so it could be a 2-for-2 trade on the support lines. Unfortunately, T1, they're pressuring the cap, and it's just Becky versus the world on point.
Heiser's come to help with the cap now, but Viper is elusive. Dart is low as well, so now Heiser just stalling out by himself. Will take what capture percentage he can get out of this. One more touch coming through. Sleep gets thrown out. Heiser dies on point. We're up to 49% for Old Ocean, which isn't the end of the world, but now it's the Tidal Blast turn, so the attention is going to turn to both teams' Tracers.
Yeah, Viper PV, your impression is correct. I am a balding old man. This is actually a hair system that I wear. Anyway, Old Ocean, Minefield available. Tidal Blast as well. The Tidal Blast combo could really be everything for them here because Becky can get that right on top of the backliners. Out comes the blast. You can see Becky running down the supports, but the countercast from Skewed is so good. Perfectly timed, saves Vigi from that combo. Vigi's being tossed like a salad though as Heiser comes swooping through. Rujay Hong unable to play life as Viper goes for the blade, but in typical Viper fashion, he is going to fluff his blade by dashing into a wall. Still an opportunity for Old Ocean to clutch this one, Zabby. Dart has blade, Kibby's is dead, but Dart pulls it.
He's pulled it, 44 HP, he's going for it, he's trying to cut through a Bulvo, but Donghack survives. An absolute sliver of HP, but now T1 in control of a point with that advantage, and Old Ocean are going to be forced to reset again.
Ah, that's tough. That's so tough. Viper fluffs his blade. Dart believes it himself, and it just doesn't pay. Now, we can see a minefield is out for Heiser, but Jaehong is dead again. The fossil is being brought back to the Ice Age. Vigilante pulsed by Becky, though. 1-for-1 trades. Kivis has a nano, and there's no support ult to respond. Skewed is incredibly low, and with no support to pocket him through it, looks like he might be falling over here. Dark is going to poop out a couple of mines on the point at the 11th hour, but nobody's actually gone down for T1. Becky's got to be careful not to recall into mines. Now, Kivis threw out the nano boost on a Heiser, but Heiser's still so incredibly low. Was he anti-nated or what? Where are the kills for Old Ocean?
Their backline's being occupied by Donghack quite a lot, so the support wasn't quite there, so they've managed to stall themselves back into this T1, and now the nano comes through onto Viper, looking for the backline. Slam interrupts it a little bit, goes for the dash through, Wave comes out as well, Viper can't confirm the kill, 1-for-1 trade, sleep onto Donghack, the Old Ocean backline are getting it done again, but they still don't have control of point.
Outrageous fumble from Viper yet again. Dark is still hammering up the backline, but the peel is so good for these two supports. Wu Yang doing it all. Wu Yang and Art are both permanently heal out, but Rujay Hong, he slipped into a dangerous angle. He drops into Viper, and Viper, he makes up for his former misgivings. He takes down both supports by his lonesome, pulls the blade. He's chasing for Dart. He will take down Dart, and that's going to be T1 taking the map off the back of some heroics from Viper, and perhaps a confused old man in the form of Rujay Hong. A sad end to the map.
It was a Call of the Void moment for Jae Hong. They were safe in the room, and then he's just, what if I go out here? What if I go in? What if I just go into this alleyway with a Genji? It'll be all right, won't it? No, Jae.
My school used to be here, I swear. Oh, God. Old man falls down the stairs like, oh, God.
Press the panic button. We need a first responder.
I can't find my way home. Like he's walking around in random alleys, demented and lost.
I think I used to live around here. Unfortunately, Viper, not willing to help the old man, well, just robs him, leaves him in a ditch.
Absolute disaster. All right, let's mute up. Let's play some words. I'm done with the fantasy. I need some scoreboards from these games. Yeah. How can I get scoreboards? You think if I message Skewed right now, he'll screenshot a scoreboard for me?
Yeah, he's probably got time.
I mean, like, this is an important game. He's in practice range right now. Do you think he'll give me the time of day? Who gets more damage and heal? Wu Yang player or other support player? Is Wu Yang #1 damage heal? See if Skewed in the middle of a match will reply to me while he's in track range. So important for my fantasy roster. Wu Yang, Skewed says Wu Yang #1 damage.
Oh, really?
What about heal? Damage is worth more than healing, right?
No, they're worth the same.
Okay.
Yeah. They're also, it's also buffed slightly, this stage as well. So it should be harder to go negative.
Anakiri may be more healing and Wu Yang more damage, I think. Okay. Thank you. Good luck. I'm watching the game. Would Fixer play Wu Yang? I think so. I think Fixer's a really high value pick, just not in week 1 because there's a bunch of players with doubles. I think my end goal is to wind up with Fixer and Vega.
Oh, backline. Okay.
Yeah, like I think I want, like, if the patch stays the same and Wu Yang isn't Australia. Yeah, I think if the patch stays the same, my end goal is to have Fixer, Vixer, Kevstar, Vega, Zera,
Zero.
Infected. No, I can't have Infected. I can't have 3 Liquid. I can only have 4 of those 5.
I was considering Infected because I thought there was like, he's gonna score well. You know, like best ball in the region. Balls will never die. They'll get a lot of eliminations, everything like this. Not to open this can of worms again, but yeah, I was really considering it, but it feels like there's just better alternatives.
Yeah, I think all of these players that you mentioned are good. They're just like, you need to play the game to win the game, you know? Like you need to play like the big picture double maxing game in order to actually like do it. All of these like high cost players are like obviously good choices, but you know, you need to like win on budget rebalances and win on doubles. You need to win by like every metric in order to actually come first, not just one.
Like first is really hard. Everything needs to go right for you.
I mean, to be honest, I think that maybe if I wasn't like last year constrained by keeping CJ on the roster the entire time and doing the love of the game choices, like I probably could have come like maybe top 2 or top 3, because like whoever came first had like an actual god run the entire time. But like I was looking at like the way that mine was laid out, and like I kept CJ through like suboptimal doubles so that I would keep CJ for the whole stage. Like I said at the start, I'm going to keep Chris for the entire stage, and I kept him. But like, you know, there's some cost to that too.
The finish last year was actually insane because there was a guy, I'm gonna butcher the names, I'm gonna forget him. But there was a guy who was basically in the lead for ages, and then going into the final week, it was like all he needs to do was not shit the bed. And then in the final week, he doesn't actually shit the bed. You know, he still scores like, you know, top whatever 10%. But there's like this generational week. Let me find I can get the names for you. Where is it? Yeah, Wylor was winning for ages, and then Tilch had like this generational run at the end to tie it up to 946 points each for both of them. So the tiebreaker in that scenario is who had the highest scoring individual game week, and Tilch had the highest scoring individual game week because of his generational run in game week 8 where he scored 193 points in a single week. Like, he had just the perfect playoff read, and it swung the entire thing in his favour.
Oh, Angst Game has just dropped some strats. Because of the SSG Vision CAD double games for round 1, I have a whole plan written out that involves a massive Sakura pivot round 3.
A Sakura pivot?
So, yeah, I mean, does Sakura have a week 3 double that looks winnable? Is that what's going on? Because like Sakura's roster is like upper mid table, right?
They have Ducks Extinction
so, like,
week 3. Oh, getting Zomba for week 3. Ducks Extinction. Oh, Zomba could get us some points there.
Yeah, that's dirty. Oh, that's right?
Great,
because like you can unload expensive players that have hard games. So like week 2, you can like pick up some like cheap supports that are going to earn you consistent, and then week 3 you can just like Sakura stack as well. Like you can get not just Zomba, but like, you know, probably a bunch of members of that roster, and then just like 1 week, take them for 1 week. You know,
yeah.
It might almost be worth like taking them for 2.
Is that the Z team as well?
Depending on who has the fixtures. I think Z and Sakura, are they not different teams? Isn't there a team called Team Z as well?
Sorry. Z, the player I was talking about.
That is Z on Sakura, or did Sakura change supports?
Z, the player, are on Sakura. Yeah.
Who's on Team Z then?
Team Z is Supernova. It's Hanbei and Cinnabar.
Oh, Skewed's custom gaming game, so I reckon we're going to be ready to rumble pretty soon.
I'm getting some
Hanbei
music.
and Cinnabar on Team Z? Yeah.
Yeah, they've still got Grapes, but I think Grapes' internet is fucked, so it's like, it's too hard to play. So it will be Cinnabar.
Oh, it's auto-playing!
Auto-play.
Don't never do that again. Don't do that. This is like that intro that you did. The intro where it sounded like you were having a stroke for the first 10 seconds.
Which,
do you know what I'm referring to?
The worst video I've ever made, that one?
Yeah. Fuck.
I had the idea, and then I recorded it, and I was just like, this is horrendous. So I said it's like the OWTV people, like to the social team.
It was just like so dad core, you know?
Yeah, I was like, I said it to the social team of just like, is this the worst thing I've ever made? And they were like, yeah, post it.
It was actually horrifying. It was actually horrifying. Where are my Preds? All right. What do we have? We have Ball v Ball again. Heiser, honestly, completely holding his own against young Dongak. But the DPS line for T1, already they've come alive. Viper's taken down Dart, but Ru Jae Hong has taken down Viper. So no Genji's in play. Still anyone's game here for the first fight.
4v4 point unlocked and Old Ocean get their feet on it first, but Kivitz is trapped in a corner. Easy pickings for Zest. Now low on healing. Old Ocean looks like they're trying to slow it down. Jaehong's having to play a little bit safer as well without a support partner to peel for him. Becky's going to try and poke out Zest, but it very much feels like T1 are just trying to play to survive, but they can't even survive. They conceded a flip and a very late death for Jaehong.
Thanks, Primrose. Thanks, Cam. I mean that in the nicest way possible because that's insane. Old Ocean, they have unfortunately lost the first flip. You see there's a bit of a compositional difference here in the back lines. Vigi over to the Kiri skewed Wu Yang rather than the Ana Wu Yang. And I think this is because Flashpoint, more flanks, more pressure, just harder to survive as the backline. As we saw Kiwis go down early last point, and I think this might be a little bit of a trend here. I think that the Kiri might be a better shout for Flashpoint, where things are just a little bit harder to take a power position without getting caught out.
Walking forward now, pulse bombs in play for both Tracers. Zest already onto Heiser. Both balls have actually lost a lot of HP, so a bit of room for everyone to walk forward with now. Heiser gets topped up first and is back in the fight. Donghack's trying to respond, but Heiser, with a bit of an ugly grapple onto point, will take a good chunk of damage for that as Old Ocean try and get their foot through. Donghack with a slam at the choke. Zest going for it now. Pulse bomb on the floor, only 1-for-1 trade. Donghack can convert that kill. Means Kivitz has limited help now too. Heiser's trying to help him out, but Kivitz playing really slow. They're clearing Donghack, but they need to touch for point still. We're into overtime. Donghack has killed Dart. Becky has to go for the next touch. He can get it. They're stalling it out for now. Heiser has the minefield if they want to keep going, but they've lost Kivitz and Old Ocean. They're so busy trying to keep their backline alive, they just can't make any progress.
Yeah, I do think that now that we're over to Flashpoint, big open map, we do need to see some adjustments coming out. Kivis has a mean Kiri on him, so I think that this really isn't a case of not being capable of playing the comp. They're just being a little bit stubborn with their selection. Maybe after Kivis dumps the nano boost, once he gets his minor perk on online, maybe he'll make that swap over to the Kiri. But right now, seems like a real liability, and it's stopping Old Ocean from making any real progress. Ru Jae Hong, he is currently trying to keep himself alive versus the Tidal Blast combo, but Kivis, great peel. Oh, Guardian Wave, Kivi's doing so much to pocket, but unfortunately Jaehong goes down right before the counter. Nano's up. Nano's out onto Dart though. He dashes in, he's chasing Viper. Viper is comically low and the reset is online. So there's 3 members of T1 alive, but they're off the point. Old Ocean, they might be able to sneak the cap here.
Minefield on point as well. Donghack's going to clear it, put down a minefield of his own. Heiser's going to respond, clearing a chunk of them. Kitsune Rush coming out as well from Vigilante. Kiv is now making that Kiriko swap we were expecting as well. Still no flip for Old Ocean, but they are stalling this one out. Minefield on the point, and Zest is going to get taken down by Kivitz. Now Tidal Blast from Becky onto the backline. Suzu outpost. Oh my God. From downtown from Becky. Vigi goes down. Deflex out from Viper, but he's too low. He has to run away. Becky converts that one beautifully.
Morning, Panda. These Stomp Bomb combos are unreal from Becky every time he hits it, and it is just it's a good look. It's a good look. It costs 2 ultimates. It's not cheap. It's low-key dog shit, but it looks great. It looks great. Dart now with a Blade. T1, they've got more ultimates. They've got a Blade and a Pulse Bomb because they don't use the Pulse every single time they use the Tidal Blast. That being said, Old Ocean, Dart has been on fire today. I back him in this combo, and Kivi's making the move over to Kiri last fight. That means that now they can fight aggressive. You can see they're trying to catch the rotation. They go for that slam, but they don't actually catch anyone. Ru Jae Hong, the fossil, on the run, but he is so survivable. Kivi's coming online, Blade out for Dart. He's on top of Skewed. Skewed shoots himself in the face, but still finds the kill with the help of Dart. 3-for-1 trades, though. Old Ocean, if they can clean up Viper and Donghack late, this could be the last fight.
Heiser arrives now, takes care of him. Donghack is on the run, will live. Can set himself up for a touch after this mega, but T1 are going to have to do it with just the Blade. Heiser's going to have a minefield to throw on point as well to make this touch even more difficult. You can see they're aware of this ball. They are chasing Donghack all the way back into spawn. They've gotten rid of him, but there's probably a touch on the other side now from Zest. Yeah, Donghack's created the space, and T1 can get a fight out of this.
T1 have another chance at this. They've still got the blade. The minefield soon to be online for Donghak as well. You can see Heiser spread the mines very widely across the point. That means that it's going to be difficult to counter slam them. That being said, Minesweeper is in full effect as Zest. He's rolling on through. Heiser comes over to the Mega Health Pack, but it's already been stolen. He needs to be very careful. He might be in a spot of bother here. You can see him rolling back across the point. Suzu's out. Now there's a widespread minefield for Donghak instead, and that's going to zone a lot of Old Ocean off. Kivi's pops the Kitsune Rush on the point, but Heiser, he's got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. He goes down. Blade is pulled by Viper in the room. TP on and a Suzu, but Viper's down. 1-for-1 trade. Flip goes over to T1, but with an even scene, and Ru Jaehong having a Tidal Blast. There's a real chance for Old Ocean to take this one. Kivi's receives the Tidal Blast, but Ru Jaehong dies. Nobody for Kivi's to actually splash it on. And no, T1, they clutch it out without even needing to use their own.
Really expensive for Old Ocean and all of that as well. The Tidal Blast does not pay off at all. Darts in, looking for a desperate trade. Nothing doing. Now T1, all the tools to actually turn this point in their favour. Tidal Blast probably going to go Zest's way. Vigilante with a Kitsune Rush. And Old Ocean, they need someone to find a miracle here. They've got no ults, only one fight for this point C.
Point C, I mean, really, I really do think that Old Ocean can take this one, but they need these ults online. Insanely aggressive engagement coming out from T1. You can see, Skewed though, he's had to use his Tidal Blast very defensively, and he catches nothing with it. Kivi's will go down, but Old Ocean being so far behind right now, they can actually take down Donghak in their own spawn. They're pressuring T1 back to the point with Heiser's flank. He's going to be just fine to roll on through a few times, then get back into the... What? Heiser's going to stay the course on point and feeds it away? This felt like such a win for Old Ocean, but it's been squandered. Now Becky has to use his turn to contest, and it's falling to pieces. No recall for Becky, and an easy cap for T1. Absolutely criminal that Old Ocean have given this one away. Hi, I kill people 18.
Series of mistakes from Old Ocean. First, the latest one, the Heiser one, but the support ult usage before that as well puts them in a hole they can't get out of. And because of these back-to-back mistakes, T1 have just been able to sit there, build up more ultimates. They've still got the minefield, still got the Kitsune Rush. Use this one to force the opening point. Really a lot of onus on Dart here to try and find something with the Blade. But in this type of matchup, the Blades are so hard to find this consistent value.
I do really feel like the Blade is awkward when the enemy team has support ultimates and Vigilante can TP away. Donghak looks to be setting up on the high ground, but he's actually been poked very heavily in the process. Didn't really get the slam that he wanted there. Zest forced to recall as well, and Dart goes and takes down Viper before the fight can even begin. So right now, Pulse out for Zest, catches nothing, does a little bit of AoE damage, but no kills. Again, Old Ocean in a good position at the start. The problem is, they've been doing well at the beginning of many a fight. They squander them later on.
So I'm going to come through and a minefield from Donghak to follow that one up. Dart is okay for now, deflects that. Later minefield from Heiser clears a few of those mines as well. Kitsune Rush is traded from both teams. Becky looking to combine onto the backline now. Dart still has his blade if he can find the opening. Waiting out for Kitsune Rushes now. Old Ocean have the flip bow, so they don't have to rush into anything. Need to keep Dart alive through this. That's both cooldowns used. Donghak is on the chase still as well. Desperate to convert this kill. He can convert it as well. That's no blade now. And Donghak just getting it done in the neutral. They flipped as well, T1 here. And Donghak taking so much attention. Old Ocean couldn't find a time to pull the trigger.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how T1 keep doing it. They keep stealing it away. Every time Old Ocean have that opportunity, it just keeps going back the way of T1. Does the syntax not make no sense on that emote? Shouldn't it be the way that I wrote it? Aren't all the monkey emotes first a colon and then something else? Why is this one breaking the syntax of the monkey emotes? It's confusing me. I can't remember it. I'm too old for this shit. Fix it. Viper pulls the blade, takes down Ru Jaehong. Ru Jaehong is actually going to Woo-Jax in this one. That's going to be a tax for him. So that is an absolute disaster. Tidal Blast deleted for the Fossil. And Old Ocean, they're down to their last coin.
One more fight. Dart still has this blade, but now Skewed Tidal Blast. We saw last time Skewed was in a situation where T1 had a lot of ults just to one of Old Ocean. Skewed actually used for Tidal Blast defensively here, just to try and make sure there's no chance for that blade to get value. We'll see if he makes the same decision here, or if he just wants to trust Zest to find the trades. Either way, T1 also have a minefield for point once they get there as well. So Old Ocean, again, all eyes turn to Dart.
All eyes on Dart. He needs to do it again. Suzu's out, and unfortunately, Dart's not going to do much of anything. That was a Bladejax as well. Becky finds a trade on Skewed. Heiser poops out a couple of mines. It's actually 2 trades here, but the counter slam on the minefield, the counter minefield on the point. This ping pong is going to be incredibly difficult. Oh my god, Donghak has been caught. 3 for Becky, and more ping pong opportunities. Unfortunately, Becky blinks onto the objective quite early, but he's actually back to his supports. Has Becky gone and done it? What was that, Suzu, Kibbies? Come on! Yeah. Now you can see Becky continually absolutely edging the point with this stall. Doesn't even want the overtime wick to go down. Let's start playing Minesweeper. The mines are going to fully expire. Dart shifts on the point. Kivis has a side angle, but Rujehong is dead. Fossil down yet again. So many members of T1 are crashing back out onto the point. Skewed takes a lot of damage, but Dart is down once more. And despite the absolute heroics of Becky, every recontesting member of Old Ocean, one after the other, has pissed away the opportunity. T1 take a 2-0 lead.
Becky did so well to drag his team back into that. I mean, the assist from Donghack did help, to be fair, but I thought he dragged it back in. It was just another fight, and it just felt... maybe the story of the whole series so far is that Old Ocean keep finding these good positions, keep finding these opportunities, but then fumbling it once they get in that good position. And, I mean, you can't afford to do that against a team like T1, as they will very much just take that opportunity to come back in.
Yeah, just non-stop fumbles, unfortunately. All right, we'll restart the race. It's not a race. Okay. Keep playing with your words, everybody.
Anyone know any words?
Lots of my chat seem to know words. All I need is some... I just need people to start throwing money at me. It's like, we're in September. And I feel like since September started, the amount of people throwing money at me has gone down, not up. I don't know what happened. Maybe I've tapped the coffers. Thank you for the follow, CommanderX feat. Welcome to the stream. The amount of people, throwing money at me, maybe they just tapped their coffers pre-September. But it feels like nobody's really capitalizing on this discount. Thank you, Skrongle Plongle, for the cent. You're not selling out enough. I am such a sellout. It's insane.
This guy's completely out.
I'm going to be live for the next 12 hours in the spirit of selling out. I'm not even going offline after the games. I've decided. I'm going to be online for the next 12 hours to sell out. I'm in a rerun into EMEA pre-show, into host, into rerun, into Korea, into rerun, into EMEA NA. Make sure, you should be careful with that because you're going to hit the 48-hour mark if you do that. And you don't want to hit the 48-hour mark after your host. So, I'm not telling you to go offline after today's stream, but you won't? It doesn't add up?
It literally doesn't add up, no?
Well...
Or it would be it's only if I rerun after NA on Sunday it would add up.
You're not intending to rerun after NA on Sunday? Wouldn't that be a way better earn day than the 4-hour difference that you can make right now? Because you're going to have a mega host from OWCS?
Yeah, but today is Saturday.
Do the maths on it, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong.
Today is Saturday.
So you're going to be rerunning 12 hours, right?
So my stream is starting now. It's going to run all the way through the rest of today, and
I guess 24 hours from now it'll already be the end, right? So you'd only be at 27 hours by the end of that, right?
So it'll be 24 hours from now plus the additional 12, which will put me about 36.
I see. Yeah, I think the way that maybe I fucked it up with the 48 was maybe I got an Asia host on a Friday, and then I tried to go all the way through.
The Saturday host actually makes it really... Because then at the end of Sunday night on North America, I imagine I'm just going to be wherever my normal viewership will be around then, Because it will have been almost...
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, easily. Fair enough. Calling Kelly, hitting the fat gamble and throwing Grandpa Soon in my fantasy roster. You know what? Some people, Kelly, are in it to win it. Some people are just in it for the love of the game. And I know where you are, obviously. But, yeah.
Thank you, Sager, for the 18 months. Yeah, well, Max, you literally said earlier you have to gamble to win. And sometimes...
Well, sometimes... I mean...
If it looked obvious, it wouldn't be a gamble.
I suppose. Donkey. Harrison, thanks for the 67 cents. Thank you very much.
You're here to tell
me... Wait, 6-7? Oh, sorry, I wasn't even thinking.
You're here to tell me that Please No Hero Ban wins Stockholm? You're welcome. I feel like have Please No Hero Ban even been winning Japan? Because that feels like the first step.
No, Please No Hero Ban are insane.
Yeah? They won?
No, Please No Hero Ban, genuinely, this isn't just the King of Japan speaking, this is me speaking as an astute observer right now. That team's actually fucking crazy. That team had so many players that are actually insanely skilled and slept on. They have a DPS player that is like regarded as a sim one trick and is actually like insane at everything. Like actually just every player they carry, like every character they play, they're just fucking dominating. So like Kyon is the name of that DPS player. They have like some Korean flex support player that is like an Illari god, like an actual god at Illari, like perma killing.
Oh, really?
It's like Korean Vega. So Kyon is insane, and then Uyu, the ball player, the one that like everyone was like, oh my god, they have 16 bajillion effective DPI. It's like that person is fucking bonkers, like actually bonkers at ball, like really insane. Like every time they're playing, they're dominating. So like they have someone that is a hard dominator in all 3 roles.
Okay.
I also have a very small sample size, but they always play RLG, the Torb one trick, but they subbed out RLG for a Mei one trick that has Mei in their name. And then Mei got banned, and that Mei player was so insane at Torb. Like they were killing everyone on Torb. So like I'm of the belief that like RLG is like a sleeper agent on that roster, like quietly terrorizing them. And one day they're gonna wake up and realize that their Mei one trick, much like Kyon, is not a one trick at all, and is actually just an incredibly skilled player. Like this is a roster of libters. Like they're all nuts.
Yeah, it's like maybe like Ken on, I forget what they were called at the time, but you're sort of like, oh, Ken can actually just play everything, and it just makes the team function.
Yeah, I think actually nuts player. That team is full of really good players, to be honest. Like really slept on roster. Like they've already beaten the second place Japan team from last stage.
Who was it? Rejects, was it?
Yeah, they beat the Edison team. They reverse swept them.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Are you telling me?
No, they're actually.
Are
actually good.
Are you telling me the Eddie wasn't steady enough?
I'm telling you that, like, despite the incredible surprise that Edison is playing in Japan, he's actually lost.
Shocked.
But no, Edison's team is actually like it's a war crime that Edison doesn't win every game. Like, you watch that, and it's like the problem is that they have Kalios as their other import slot. It's like Kalios is just such an incredibly mediocre Korean import. It's like that guy was never good in Overwatch League. And he's like 5 years past his prime when his prime was being shit, Like, Edison is an Overwatch League champion. Like, Edison won an Overwatch League grand final playing every map. Kalios has like his best Overwatch League result was probably like 17th and a half. Like, that guy is a bum. So like they have 4 players that are just getting hard backpacked by Eddie, and Eddie just can't do enough. Like, every single fight, both of Eddie's supports are dead. Every single fight, like it's sad. Genuinely, it's sad.
It's just a form of purgatory for Edison as he tries to escape.
Watch this. This is a Khaled clip, right? I saw this on Twitter today, but I'll watch it again because it's fucked.
The Genji guy or the DJ?
Yeah, both. He's so fast. He's actually like son of Necros, Saudi Necros. Like, he's insane. All right, back to the words. But then, like, we're going to flicker over to the game as well, because I'm pretty sure we're getting into the game.
We're on, like,
actually, that was banned, so it's...
Yeah.
It's like, we'll be an hour, actually. Who am I kidding?
We got the music.
The game music?
Yeah.
Nah, surely not. No, fan signs.
Thank you to Googerton as well on YouTube for Max mansplaining to Xavier is so cute. It's Saturday! Alright, new Queen Street. I think I know what this means. Old Ocean, despite being 2 maps down, looks like they're going to stick for course. Maybe one they can get away with playing Ana with a little bit more. The Zen ban implies they are planning to protect those heroes as well. T1 Vo seem very happy just to take that backline mirror, keep playing the Ana Wu Yang themselves.
Thanks, Fat Commies. It's a very effective strategy, Fat Commies, but I'm literally scared to say it out loud because of the issues that I had with TOS. And yeah, Bunnykins, I'll think about a play. Oh, I've got to play my horn.
Alright, the horns have sounded and the gates are open. T1 rolling out to mid, and it will be a full Tracer Genji ball mirror. Ana Wu Yang in play once again. Donghack's going to take this left-hand side, run into Dart here as well as he tries to poke him out of that. Donghack setting up for a slam. Dart should know where he is, though. Still gets the slam damage anyway, but not too much follow-up. Just trying to keep him in check. Heiser, on the other hand, he's got more interest in the backline. No, he's not. He's rolled right past him just to go get an angle on the Genji instead. Wants to maybe try and play for a counter slam here. Messes it up a little bit. Finds nothing. Now under a lot of pressure, ducks out to get the Mega. And Old Ocean struggling to get round this corner. Heiser's even been slept and naded and forced all the way out. And Donghack gets the kill. Big opening now for T1, but Becky and Dart, they flood in, but backline is gone. Old Ocean right back in this. Zest is trying to trade it out. Kiv is hiding in a corner, Pocket coming through. Zest can't confirm the kill. Becky is coming to help him out. Donghack is low. Viper dives in, he gets 1 kill, but only 1. And Old Ocean win the first fight.
Right, you're going to have to pause. Wait, don't pause yet. Don't pause yet. I'm in danger numbers. 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54,
It works.
53. There's no way we're not in sync. It just works. It was always working. We were in sync the whole time. Anyhow, you can see Old Ocean, they've taken the first fight. They're 60% to double support ultimate. Heiser, slow cooking that minefield. I saw a couple of Gagas related to his name, so I have to assume he did something horrific in that first fight, but it doesn't seem to matter. T1, they're vying for card control. Anti-nade splashes onto absolutely nothing. Nice try, kiddies. Backdash from Dart. He took a hell of a beating, but he will survive to tell the tale. Slam from Dark. What are we slamming here, buddy? Donghack gonna slam absolutely nothing. People try to tell me this guy's as good at ball as Jumbin is. Anyhow, Donghack coming back in for the backline again. He slams supports this time around, but it's only 1. Again, Dart being forced back. Becky has no recall as well. He will receive that Wu Yang orb, which means that he should be good to stay alive. But ultimately, Old Ocean, they've conceded a lot of space playing for their support ultis. Now they're going to pop him. Dart gets that nano boost. He's on the case of Viper. He catches him, looking for more. One tap onto Vigi. He's on top of Skewed as well. Good little deflect. That's 3 for Dart with the help from Heiser. Dominant performance from the young buck.
Great nano coming out, and Old Ocean with a chance to threaten the cap now as well. They can even set up. You can see Jaehong's already walked quite far forward here, trying to help pocket Becky in. They have that tidal blast ready to go as well. Old Ocean, in many ways, if they can hit him early here, force T1 to either use their ults defensively or not be in a position to use them at all, will be good. But no, it's Zest who goes first. Tidal blast into the backline. Defensive one onto Kivvies. Now the stun comes through. It kills Jaehong instead. The backline has fallen. Skewed's taking care of Becky on the other side as well. And this is a disaster for Old Ocean.
Man, it's the story of Old Ocean, really, where they get these incredible situations. Advantage positionally, advantage by way of ults, and it just slips. Here, they've come into the fight with so much to deal with, but they just get nothing done. And you can see T1, they're much better at these fundamentals. The second they win a fight, they're posting meters. Old Ocean did not get nearly enough meterage for the amount of fights that they won, for the amount of time that they were in control. And that's because, even though they're good at fragging, they're missing some of these core fundamentals that T1 are so good at. You can see the side fight right now. Vigilante actually under a hell of a lot of pressure, but the Mega Health Pack has been stolen. Pocket comes through, but look at that. Becky's dead. So is Heiser because the sleep does connect. And T1, look, they're still pushing cart all the while.
Really nice positioning from T1. They have their backline in that safe spot. You can see they have all their cooldowns ready to use defensively as Heiser and everyone bundles in. Zest is even there for the pulse bomb to confirm the kill off the back in that sleep. And now, very quickly, T1 have closed the gap in meterage. They're threatening a cap of their own. Old Ocean, the nano blade from Viper now onto the backline. Looks for it as well. All over him. Gets 2 with that with a bit of help from Donghack. The payload has been stolen a little bit by Heiser. That's going to minimize their progress for now, but they are all coming back. Another sleep, another nade hits. And Old Ocean are going to be forced to reset.
Yeah, with these late trades onto Dart as well, I fear this is going to be an easy checkpoint for T1. Even though the trades have gone back and forth, T1, they've still got enough players alive to just push it through to the keeper. And Becky, Pulse Bomb goes completely wide. He's trying to Pulse Viper off the high ground. Dark is literally dropping mines in the spawn of Old Ocean, and they are going to catch out Wu Jaehong. Vigilante is so far forward. He pushes that right flank. He has the angle already. Dart going for gold, takes down Vigi. He gets the job done. He knows his mandate. He one-tap Skewed. Again, this guy is a disgusting Genji. He's making me feel physically sick. Does anybody have any medicine for this one? Doctor, good doctor, are you in the house? Absolutely dominant. Everyone say hi to Ending Tune. Hi, Ending Tune.
Now, lots of damage onto Donghack as well. Can they finish this kill? Just about. Becky will do it. And Old Ocean, a chance to swing back. They still need to get the checkpoint. They can see Viper close already, actually, if they want to push him. Viper's ended up the other way around. Zest's on the back line already, but he misses that pulse bomb and takes a little water orb around the corner. Viper's going to get caught out there, but the trades are good, actually. But can Becky get more? Becky onto the back line, takes down Vigi. They can keep going, but it's going to continue to scrap here as Donghack wants to get out and stall point again. Tidal Blast.
Tidal Blast actually thrown out on Zest, but he catches nothing. He did not have the blinks to make that play worthwhile. Old Ocean now, not only have they turned off the close spawns for T1, they're still advantaged in the fight. I think they're still up a man. So they should start pushing the card around the corner, at least forcing T1 to come into closer positions. But they are, once again, playing it a bit safe on the back high ground. Dark takes a turn over on Old Ocean's side of the map, but really it's so crucial that Old Ocean start getting meters on the board. Pressure T1, but instead you can see Kivvies. He's playing for his life right now, hiding on the back high ground. ground. There's both supports in this corner, but Viper stuck on the low ground a little bit. No deflect. He might even get naded. He goes down to Kivvies. Oh my days. The throwing arm on this young man is incredible. Kivvies really is next up, I'm afraid to say. You wouldn't have heard me saying this 6 months ago.
I mean, question marks at the start, you know, as we see Jae-Hong off his trademark Anna, but Kivvies has more than proven his worth on that hero. Now the backline's going to rotate aggressively through this corridor. Try and get a bit more space, but Slam onto Dart behind. They're going to have to go group up with him. The Sleeper's good onto Donghak. They're going to drop a minefield on him as well. Donghak, he just gets out of it, though. Just a misplay from Old Ocean with the ults, and now T1 have a chance to be right back in it. Nearly a nano of their own, nearly Donghak's minefield.
Old Ocean are seemingly incapable of posting meters when they get an advantage. They can never get it done. Dark slept up in the backline, but he gets a massive overshield off, and he is giving them the slip. Tidal Blast was invested there, but no kills come from it. You can see Viper under pressure again. Nano Boost is forced. Jae-Hong, he's going to be counter-nanoed by Kivvies. Kivvies is under so much pressure, though, and as a result, I don't think they're going to get anything for this. They're going to throw that Nano Boost into the abyss, 1-for-1 exchange for Vigi's Nano, and Old Ocean just... They can't capitalize on these advantages. It's sad.
Yeah, it's so frustrating, I think, if you're an Old Ocean fan, because they get in all these great positions, and okay, sure, they lose that ult trade at the end, but even before that, they had this big opening. Where was the push? Where was the capitalizing on the space they had? Now Donghak is mining in the spawns again. Kiv is in a lot of trouble. He's hiding between all of them, but here comes Zest to finish the job. Now, stranded out, the rest of Old Ocean still trying to battle on point, stall that one out, but Donghak just will not let them out of spawn, wasting so much time here, and T1 are just gaining meters all the while. Nade onto Heiser too.
Oh no, that's 20-something meters for T1 here after a fight that they won in the middle of the map. Heiser dead, Dart dead. This is where it really gets out of hand. It felt like a situation where Old Ocean, we could call it a comeback, but now I have no dreams of a comeback. Heiser's actually going to make the swap over to Monkey, thinking maybe I can counter out Viper's impact a little bit, but he's jumped forward early. He's already lost his bubble. He's pretty much already lost his turn. He's actually going to die as well, and this is the death knell. This is the death rattle for Old Ocean. It's game's gone. Game's gone.
Yeah, just lost it, haven't they? They were right in this series the entire way, as much as it's been 3-0, but now all of a sudden it looks like we're in a full push. It looks like curtains. It is a blade at spawn. It is a full cap. And what a sad way for that to end in Old Ocean, because I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as calling it a close 3-0, but all these maps were competitive.
Yeah, I mean, it was incredibly competitive right up until the point that it wasn't. But I mean, that's the difference between T1 and Old Ocean. T1 can actually close it out. On time, the world's first Mpreg? I doubt it, Dirk. I doubt it.
Old Ocean make a mistake, and T1 are stealing 20, 30 meters off it, you know, or stealing the cap or whatever it might be. Old Ocean find an opening, often through a lot of their own good play rather than necessarily T1 mistakes. And then Old Ocean, they don't get the flip. They don't gain any meters from it. And it's just, you can't win Overwatch games like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's just such a huge difference in how much T1 was able to post on the objective for a fight win or for a one-player advantage compared to Old Ocean. Old Ocean, it genuinely felt like they won more fights. They got more kills right up until the end, but they just didn't have the objective play on lock. That's the difference.
Yeah, if you were to able to get fight win percentages for this as well, I reckon it's actually neck and neck, like 52-48 or something.
It's crazy to say Becky and Dart outplayed their counterparts, but then it suddenly becomes so much more believable when you realize that their counterparts are Zest and Viper, you know?
Like
I'm in a day one Zest team.
Well. Yeah, like...
Yeah.
I think Kivvis actually had the better of the Ana game as well. I don't think Vigilante played bad by any means, but I think Kivvis had more moments.
Kivvy's famously a moments player.
Donghak player of the match, probably fair.
I can't believe I've played so much marbles on stream in the past few weeks that I have a rank in this game now.
You have a rank?
Yeah, I have a rank next
even
to
when
my
I've
name
been
now.
doing like the
I'm a globally ranked marble.
Oh my god.
Oh god. What a mess. Oh. All right. 180 seconds on the marbles race. An autoplay on the game. I feel like I need to wait for us to fail this game so I can restart it and you can get more engagement that way. CommanderX feet, first time play, welcome.
First time feet.
Dr. Suleiman Al Habib and Bunnikins, side by side. Just makes sense, really.
Mag is Donghak's father.
Mag is Donghak's father?
That's what I'm hearing. The word on the street.
Yeah. That's a 23andMe DNA result if ever I've seen one. Same company that couldn't, you know, they'd give you back a genetic analysis and you sent in chicken DNA and they'd tell you you were from the Middle East. So, you know, it's just not happening. Like, that entire company is just a rort.
It's really nice to have
Send in DNA with a
business
different
model.
number of chromosomes and they lie to you. Like,
It's really nice to have a business model where nobody can check what you say.
yeah.
No one be going to test it
Hello.
themselves at home. Nice try.
Hello,
2-2.
Hunter, how are you today,
CC
sister?
Rock.
I'm great.
오늘 경기 이겨서 좋긴 한데.
I'll be right back. Enjoy your marbles. Enjoy your words.
What's happened here? Let me go check the home of Overwatch esports.
You're in
to find
charge.
out. I'm staying in charge. Where am I going? Was it not today? Oh, yeah, I just need to refresh. There we go. Did Rock won this one now as well? I guess the score's getting inputted right now. Did anyone have eyes on it? What's the read here? Did we see a comp change? Did we see? Not seen a player change. When I was at the start, they were just playing. They were just playing. What do you call it? Just like ball, like very similar to what we're seeing in Korea. Can you tell the Wikipedia devs to turn the site back on? No, only OWTV now. This is our opening.
저희끼리 그냥 소통만 잘하면은 캐리할 수 있을 것 같습니다.
It's true, Mrs. Ramatra, it's true. All the good dentists, and one not so good dentist. They banned Freya to play Farah on Esperanza. Just winning on the better ball maps, Genji Tracer, I guess. Okay.
항상 응원해 주셔서 감사드리고 다음에도 좋은 모습 보여드릴 수 있도록 노력하겠습니다. 감사합니다.
We did look at the URL ow.tv, but a two character URL is insanely expensive. So it was off the cards immediately. I'm happy with the name. Is Viper MVP in the end? No way. No way. I feel like as much as T1 have indeed 3-0'd, it feels like the game tomorrow, which is the T1 Crazy Raccoon game, I think I'm really worried if I'm a T1 fan. I think Crazy Raccoon might smash him, actually. You've been up all night researching your fantasy? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go live early. I'm gonna finalize my roster before EMEA. My plan was to do power rankings into fantasy, but I feel like I need to leave so much time for fantasy because of the bottomless rabbit hole that it is in terms of theory crafting. Hunter's been on it hard already this morning. Yes, we are getting an Alcad interview before the game today. We're just working on getting the final bits ready. It's me and Ziad. Yeah. So that'll be out before the game. The Hitori one will also be out before the game as well. Yeah, Hunter's here for the whole weekend as well. So we're actually attached at the hip now, me and Max.
Yeah, we got married a couple of months ago in the UK, actually. I'm not sure if you missed it, but we're very close now.
I was honoured to be the first one to hand you your green card. Has anyone won the race yet, or is this a real slow-cooked race? Are we 2 games in a career already? Yes. Yep.
Jesus Christ, so fast.
Yeah, feels...
It's only 8:30 PM, bro. Like, I'm gonna have to play like 6 hours of quick play.
You just gonna slam quick play? I think
I was gonna play, right? Like...
yeah,
it's like quick play or What are you gonna do?
Well, I was just going to rerun for a couple of hours, then come back at like 4 or something, maybe 2 or so hours before the game, just so I can have lunch
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not gonna rerun it all. I think. So I think I'll just try and like do something. I just don't know what that something is, because like fantasy was actually such a beast, really, because fantasy kept me going for like a full hour of like hardcore autistic engagement. You know? Like I just, yeah. Oh, Pizza Jordan is